Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my non-makeup face. So today we are going to be doing a video that was requested by one of my subscribers. Her name is Amy, and I think that's her name. I'm sorry if I said it wrong. But she wanted me to do the how much does my face cost tag. So pretty much this video is going to be me applying my makeup and telling you the prices of each thing that I put on my face, and then at the end we will have sort of a grand total as to how much my face costs depending on the products that I put on it. Before we start, I just want to let everybody know that all of the prices and products that I use in this video, I'm going to be saying them in this video obviously, but they will also be down below in the description box as well, so you don't have to keep commenting and asking, oh, how much is that product, how much is that, because it'll all be in the description box. So first thing is first, I'm just going to go ahead and pin my hair back so it's out of my face. And the first product that I'm going to be using on my face is my primer. And for my face primer, I'm using the e.l.f. Mineral Face Primer. And this retails for $6 at Target. So, you can just go to Target, wherever, or wherever e.l.f. is sold, and you can find it there. So I'm just gonna rub this all over my face. The e.l.f. face primer is honestly one of the best because it just literally gives your skin a smooth, like, newborn texture to it. Like, it just makes the rest of your makeup really, really easy to spread on. So that was the first thing, $6 for the primer. The next thing I'm gonna be using is this 6-color concealer and corrector in the shade Light from BHCOSMETICS. It just looks like this. This retails for around $3.95 on their website, so you can go ahead and find it on there. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking this light yellowy color, and I'm going to be putting that underneath my eyes. I don't have dark circles per se, but this does a great job of like lightening up the eye area. And for those of you who are watching and wondering, this is also kind of like an updated everyday makeup for me as well. Like that. And then I leave it like that. That's the end of this video. I'm just kidding. I know I probably look absolutely ridiculous, but really though, it gives a great lightened look to your eyes. Like that. I know a lot of people do this after their foundation, but I actually can't stand that look. And the concealer that I'm using is by Hard Candy and is the Glamoflauge heavy duty concealer, which you guys have heard me talk about and use for forever now. And you can get this at Walmart for around $6. Yes, so you can get this at Walmart for $6, and I am in the shade Medium Light, which is still kind of too light for me, but whatever. So I'm just taking that on my fingers, and then I'm just going to dot it where I need it. And then I just simply rub it in with my finger. Okay, so now that all my concealer is on, the next thing is of course foundation, and the foundation that I'm using is what I like to call my summer foundation, is because it is a little bit darker than my skin is in the wintertime. But today I decided to film this on a completely gloomy and rainy day, so it may look really orange and really dark on camera, but I promise in person it is not that way. And then after the video is done, you will obviously see that it works just fine. But the foundation I'm using is also my Holy Grail foundation, which is the Revlon Photoready in the shade 005, which is natural beige. And I literally just take it and give it a nice pump on the cap like that. And this foundation retails for $10.99 at Target. And then whatever is left over on the cap, I just put underneath my eyes and then just, scoop the rest onto my neck and blend that out. Okay, so that is my foundation all applied. That's what it looks like. I love the finish of this foundation. It's just like, I don't know, I just absolutely love this foundation. If you need to try a new foundation, definitely try the Revlon Photoready because it's absolutely amazing. So the next thing that I do in my little makeup routine is I do my eyebrows. If you want to in-depth how I fill in my eyebrows, I will leave that link down in the description box. That is my Anastasia I don't understand how you say that. Is it Anastasia or Anastasia? I don't know. But I'm going to use my Anastasia Brow Wiz in the color Ash Blonde, which I think they renamed it to Taupe now, which is kind of weird. But this one is in Ash Blonde, and the Brow Wiz retails for $23 at Sephora. So pretty much I'm just going to spoolie them through with the spoolie side. Make sure they're all, you know, brushed out and, you know, tame looking, and then I just take the other side, which is the pencil, and then I just fill them in. And then the next thing that I do after that is I use the Anastasia Brow Powder, which just looks like this. And again, this is in the color Blonde, and I also use the little brush that it comes with, but I'm not going to be including that in the price because it is not makeup. The Anastasia Brow Powder that I'm going to be using on my eyebrows retails for $23. I accidentally told you $23 for the Brow Wiz, but I'm sorry, I mixed up the prices. The Brow Wiz is $21 at Sephora, and the Brow Powder is $23 at Sephora. So this is what I'm going to be using here. And that is what my brows look like. All done. The thing that I'm going to be using is the CoverGirl Professional Loose Powder, and this is in the number 115, which is translucent medium. It just looks like this, and this retails for $6.29 at Walgreens, but I think you can get it cheaper at Dollar General. I just don't know the price of it there, but I think you can get it for around $5.50-ish at Dollar General. It all depends on where you go, but the last time I bought some, I was at Walgreens, and that's how much it was. So, and to just apply my powder, I'm using this really, really big, fluffy face brush, if you guys remember from my brush set that I got a year ago now. And I like using this brush to apply my powder. I just take whatever's in the cap, dap it around, and then I just tap it on my face. Last thing that I'm going to be using on my eyebrows, because yes, I like to go all out with my eyebrows, and that is the e.l.f. Eyebrow Treat and Tame, which just look like this. This retails for around $3 on the e.l.f. website, which is where I got it from, and I like to take this darker side, which I believe is in the color Ash. So I like to take this, and I just simply go over my eyebrows, because it's kind of like a brow gel, and it also gives your brows a little bit of color as well, so I just kind of run over that. So now that I promise my eyebrows are all finished, the next thing we can go ahead and do is I go ahead and finish off my face. And the next thing that I use is bronzer. And for my bronzer, I absolutely love, love, love NARS Laguna bronzer. It's a very high-end product and it's very expensive. It retails for around $38 at Sephora. But I am in love with this bronzer. I use it every time I bronze my face, and it just looks like that. It's a really, really dark bronzer with a little bit of shimmer in there, but it looks excellent on the skin. It gives you the perfect contour and bronze that you need. I love this stuff, and what I use to apply that is an Eco Tools brush. It just looks like that. It just makes it really easy to, you know, get in the depths of my cheeks. So I'm just take a little bit of that and I just pat it in there, tap off the excess, and then I just contour my face. Something very exciting just happened. I just started to hit pan on this. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I've had this for like 6 months now, and I'm just starting to hit pan. Can you see that in the center? That's pretty freaking awesome. Thing I do is, of course, my blush and highlighter, and for my blush that I'm going to be using in my makeup today, I mentioned it in a favorites video. I can't remember if it was March or April. I think it might have been March, I'm not really sure. It just looks like that. One of my all-time favorite blushes. I love it. And to apply this, I'm just going to be using the little e.l.f. blush brush. And for those of you who are wondering, this Maybelline blush retails for around $7.94 at Walmart. At least that's where I know you can find it, and that's pretty much what it retails for. So you can find it there for that price. Okay, and then the next thing I do, since this blush kind of had a highlighter in it already, I go back in with another highlighter just to give myself a little bit more of a glow, because I really like that kind of glowy cheek look. And for that, I'm using this one by Sephora, and this one is in the color Light Beam, so it's just like a little luminizer highlighter. And this retails for $14 at Sephora, just looks like that. And to apply this, I simply just use my finger, just apply a little bit here, and then just apply it above the blush. So I don't know if you can see that on camera, but it just really brightens up your cheekbones. But after I do my face makeup, I can finally move on to the eyes. And for the eyes, I'm just going to be doing my simple everyday eye makeup look. To start off on the eyes, I'm going to be using this one by e.l.f. This is an e.l.f. eyelid primer. You can get this for $1. Yes, I'm not kidding. $1 at anywhere e.l.f. is sold. You can get on their website. Anywhere, it is always $1. And rub it onto both of my eyelids. And then I just rub it in. Okay, so after I have my eyelid primer on, I go ahead and get started on my eyeshadow. And for my everyday eyeshadow look, I go to my all-time favorite palette, which is by Artistry, and it just looks like this. It is the Artistry Color Quad in the color medium. Just looks like that. And all my Artistry products that I own were all given to me for like Christmas presents or birthday presents, and I actually had no idea, but Artistry is kind of a higher end makeup brand, and I did not know that until I looked up the price for this. You can get this on Amway.com, which is, you know, kind of where you can get Artistry products. This retails for, I'm not even kidding you, $26.95 for this 4 eyeshadows. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking this color right here, which is called Spun Silk, and I'm just going to be applying that all over onto my eyelid. So that is what Spun Silk looks like on the eyelids. The next color that I take is this kind of little bit darker brown right here, which is in the color Espresso, and I'm just going to be taking that and applying that into the crease. So after Espresso is put in the crease, it just looks like this. Then the final color, well, not the final color, but for my eyelid, I take this really dark color, which is in Cocoa, and I take that on the little brush that it came with right here, and I just take a little bit of that and apply it to the outer corner / crease of my eye. Okay, so that is what the eye makeup looks like all finished up. It's just a really pretty straightforward, simple, smoky eye. I'm not going to go for any inner corner highlights today. I'm just not feeling it. So next I use my eyeliner, and for my eyeliner I'm using the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil, and this retails for around $20 at Sephora, which is absolutely ridiculous for an eyeliner. I know it's insane. You don't have to use this, but I'm just what it retails for. So I'm just going to be applying that to my waterline like so, because that's just how I like to do my makeup. Next I'm going to be doing my upper eyeliner, and for that I'm using the e.l.f. cream eyeliner, which of course is really cheap, and this retails for $3 on e.l.f.'s website. Just what the eyeliner looks like, nothing special. I just kind of drew it on, you know, whatever. Next that I do is I do my mascara, and for my mascara I'm using the Avon Mega Effects Mascara. This retails for $10 on avon.com. You definitely can use a cheaper one if you want to, but this is just the one I'm going to be using, and this one is definitely weird looking because this is what the wand and bristles look like. Kind of a very interesting mascara. So now that the eyes are all finished, that is the finished product. That's exactly how I like my eye makeup. Now moving on to the lips, which is the second to last step to my makeup routine. And I'm going to be using this one by Rimmel London. Again, it is a Kate Moss collection, as you can see by the top. This is a kind of a new lipstick in my collection. You guys saw this in my, I believe it was my Target haul where I showed you this lipstick. So it is fairly new. So I'm going to be using this on my top and bottom lip. It's a very neutral lipstick. It's kind of like a My Lips but better color. So then the last step to my makeup routine is a makeup setting spray, and this one is by e.l.f. It is the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set, and it has aloe, green tea, cucumber, all that stuff. I love this makeup set, or makeup mist and set, and again, it is an e.l.f. product, so it's super affordable. This retails for $3 at the store or on their website. Okay, so that is everything that I use on my face, and after taking a minute to add everything up and adding it up again to make sure that I'm right, hopefully I'm still right because I'm kind of stupid when it comes to like math and calculators, I don't know, but I double checked it, and the grand total of what my face costs is $204.66. So that is how much my face costs. Is that what you guys thought it would be? Did you think it would be higher? Did you think it'd be lower? Let me know what you thought in the comments, and if you want to double check for me, like I said, all the prices will be in the description box. Hopefully I added it up right, but yeah, that's not bad compared to other YouTubers that I saw on here. Usually theirs would be in like the higher 200s, or you know, sometimes the 300s, so it really kind of all depends on what you use, obviously, but yeah, that's not a bad number for me at all. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was what you wanted and what you expected. Also, for those of you who kind of wanted an updated everyday makeup, this is, you know, kind of a 2-in-1 video, so that's kind of cool. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, add it to your favorites, and share it to your friends. I would really appreciate it. But like always, and of course, I will see you very soon in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye, guys!